Hey, if you're listening to this right now, I'm guessing life feels heavy today. Maybe not end of the world heavy, but heavy enough. Heavy enough that you're tired or confused or frustrated or annoyed at literally everything that breathes, including yourself. Trust me, you're not alone. I have those days too. The days where the brain feels foggy, the emotions feel messy, and every small thing feels like it's poking at your patience 1 millimeter at a time. So today, let's talk about how to handle hard days without completely falling apart. Not in a perfect Pinterest life way, not in a just meditate and drink green tea way. In a real, human, practical, I still have to function and pay bills and reply to people and pretend I'm fine way. I'm going to break this episode into simple stages, almost like a step-by-step guide to surviving the kind of day you don't even want to be awake for. Let's dive in. 1. First thing, admit that today sucks. Let's be honest, most of us don't allow ourselves to say it. We jump into, maybe I'm overreacting. Maybe I'm just tired. I should be grateful. It's not a big deal. And sure, gratitude is great, but not when you're using it as a stick to beat yourself with. Sometimes the most mature, the most emotionally stable thing you can do is pause and go, yeah, today's not a great day. That's it. No analysis, no fixing, no being strong, just acknowledging where you are. You know what happens when you do this? Your nervous system relaxes. Your brain stops fighting itself. The pressure to be okay drops a little. Hard days get worse when you force yourself to pretend they're not hard. And honestly, you're human. You're allowed to have days where you don't feel like the best version of yourself. 2. The art of not making it worse. Here's something I've learned the hard way. When you're already having a bad day, your brain loves to invite more problems into the party. You spill water, suddenly you're like, oh my God, my whole life is a disaster. You forget to reply to one text? The brain goes, yes, let's think about every mistake we've made since 2011. But here's the trick. On hard days, your main job is simple. Don't make it worse. That means don't start big conversations. Don't make major decisions. Don't try to solve every problem in your life. Don't spiral into memories or overthinking. Just stabilize. Just keep yourself from sinking deeper. Imagine you're on a shaky boat. Your only job is not to rock it harder. That's emotional stability. Not forcing yourself to be happy, but preventing the situation from exploding. This is, honestly, one of the most underrated life skills. 3. The bare minimum survival mode. There's a version of you that exists on your best days. The productive you, the focused you, the motivated you. And then there's the bare minimum version of you. On hard days, you don't need to be the strong one, the organized one, the energetic one. You just need to be the version that keeps things from falling apart. Let me give you an example. Here are my bare minimum rules for hard days. 1. Eat something real. Not perfect, just real. A banana, a sandwich, ramen, whatever stops your energy from crashing more. 2. Drink water. Sounds stupid, fixes half the world's problems. 3. Shower. Water on your skin resets your nervous system. even if you stand there like a sad vegetable for 10 minutes. 4. Do one thing that keeps life moving. Like replying to one important message, cleaning one corner, sending one email, finishing one small task. Not to be productive, but to avoid falling behind and feeling worse tomorrow. That's what hard days need. A maintenance mode, not a hero mode. And honestly, that's enough. You're not being lazy, you're being strategic. 5. The honest check-in with yourself. I do this almost like a small internal conversation. I literally ask myself, what's the real reason today feels heavy? Is something bothering me that I'm pretending doesn't matter? Am I overwhelmed, hungry, lonely, tired, overstimulated, or all of the above? What's one thing I can do that would make me feel 10% better? It's never 100%. Hard days rarely disappear instantly. But 10%? 10% is achievable. 10% might mean tidying your bed, stepping outside for fresh air, listening to music, turning off notifications, sitting in silence, stretching, eating something warm. The goal isn't to fix the day. It's to build tiny moments of safety inside it. We think we need big solutions, but sometimes the only thing we needed was a glass of cold water, 2 minutes of breathing, and not arguing with someone we already know is annoying. The small things matter more than we realize. 6. When your mind goes into overthinking mode. Hard days love to come with overthinking. I don't know why the brain does this. It's like it sees you're already struggling and goes, "Oh, you're down. Cool. Let me bring up every insecurity you've ever had." But here's the trick. You don't have to believe every thought your brain gives you. Not every thought is the truth. Not every feeling is a fact. Not every worry is worth attention. On days like these, I treat my thoughts like background noise. They're there, but I don't need to listen to all of them. Sometimes I literally tell myself, today is not a thinking day. Today is a surviving day. And somehow, that helps. 7. The power of start again in 2 hours. A bad morning doesn't mean a bad day. A bad afternoon doesn't mean a bad week. You can restart anytime. If things go wrong at 9 a.m., restart at 11. If things fall apart in the afternoon, restart in the evening. Give yourself permission to press the emotional reset button as many times as you need. Hard days don't need to be won. They just need to be managed. You don't need to be a warrior. You just need to get through it without self-destruction. That's strength. That's maturity. That's resilience. Let yourself be slower than usual. One of the biggest reasons hard days feel worse is because we expect ourselves to move at full speed even when we're mentally limping. But here's the truth nobody says enough. You're allowed to slow down without feeling guilty. Some days, you're not the fast version of yourself, not the productive version, not the talkative version, not the let's go version. And that's okay. I've learned that when I fight my low energy days, everything becomes 10 times harder. But when I let myself slow down, suddenly the whole day becomes manageable. Move slow, eat slow, talk slow, answer messages slow, think slow. Give your mind the pace it needs. Hard days aren't a race, they're a walk. And sometimes that slow pace is exactly what saves you. 8. Keep your world small. Hard days become overwhelming when you try to handle everything at once. The people, the tasks, the expectations, the responsibilities, the noise. When things feel heavy, shrink your world. Make your life small for a few hours. Here's what that looks like. Don't reply to every message. Don't engage in drama. Don't take on extra responsibilities. Don't scroll endlessly. Stay away from draining people. On hard days, the goal is emotional minimalism. Limit your exposure. Limit your obligations. Limit your interactions. Think of it like putting your mind in a quiet room so it can breathe. The world doesn't need the full version of you today. It just needs a functioning, peaceful version. 9. Treat yourself like someone you care about. This one changed my entire approach to hard days. We're so kind to our friends. We comfort them, we give them space, we don't pressure them, we let them rest, we tell them, it's okay, you're allowed to feel this. But with ourselves, we go full strict parent mode. You should be stronger. You should be handling this better. You shouldn't feel like this. You're failing. Why are we like this? Why is it so easy to show compassion to everyone except the person in the mirror? So on hard days, do this. Talk to yourself the way you would talk to your favorite person in the world. Say things like, it's okay that you're struggling. You're doing your best. You don't have to be perfect today. Take it easy. You'll figure things out. Sometimes the most healing thing you can give yourself is your own gentleness. 10. Create small moments of comfort. Hard days are basically long stretches of discomfort. Your emotions are uncomfortable, your thoughts are uncomfortable, your energy is uncomfortable. So imagine you sprinkle tiny little pockets of comfort throughout the day. These pockets don't fix the day. They just soften it. It could be a warm drink, your favorite playlist, wearing comfortable clothes, sitting on the floor for a moment, opening the window for fresh air, using a nice scent, watching something familiar, lying down in silence. These tiny comforts work like emotional band-aids. They don't heal everything, but they stop the bleeding. Hard days aren't about experiencing joy. They're about experiencing relief. Relief is enough. Relief is progress. 11. Don't push people away, but don't force connection either. Some people deal with hard days by isolating themselves completely. Others deal with hard days by oversharing and expecting someone to magically fix everything. Neither extreme helps. Think of it like this. Stay connected, but stay selective. You don't need to talk to everyone. Just one person you trust. Or even a simple check-in with someone you care about. Hey, just having a tough day. Hope you're good. You don't need deep emotional conversations. Sometimes you just need to feel like you're not going through the day alone. But at the same time, don't put pressure on yourself to socialize, explain everything, or entertain anyone. Find the middle ground, the level of connection that feels safe, not draining. 12. When everything feels pointless. Hard days often come with this feeling of, what's the point? You know the feeling, when you're tired of trying, tired of caring, tired of pushing, tired of repeating the same cycle. And the worst part, you don't even know if you're tired of your life or just tired in general. Here's something I remind myself. Feeling like giving up doesn't mean you're failing. It means you're exhausted. There's a big difference. When the brain is tired, it interprets everything negatively. When the body is tired, everything looks hopeless. When the emotions are tired, nothing feels meaningful. It's not your life that's broken. It's your energy. And tiredness always lies. Rest first. Reflect later. I've had days where everything felt pointless, and then after a few hours of rest, suddenly everything felt normal again. You're not losing direction, you're just overloaded. And then finally, 15. Stop trying to fix your mood like it's a problem. One thing we do wrong is trying way too hard to fix our emotions the moment they appear. As soon as a difficult emotion shows up, boom, we panic. We think, I need to feel better right now. I need to change this. I can't feel like this. I need to fix it. But emotions are not glitches. They're not errors. They're not problems. They're messages. Sometimes the message is, you're overwhelmed. You need a break. You're hurt. You're lonely. You're tired. You've been carrying too much. You haven't processed something. You don't fix emotions, you listen to them. When you stop fighting them, they start fading on their own. Hard days aren't asking you to solve them, they're asking you to understand them. And then finally, 15, the importance of not expecting too much from yourself. Some days you really want to do more, be better, be stronger, be productive, be emotionally stable. And when you can't, you judge yourself. But here's the truth, you can't expect full performance from an exhausted system. You don't yell at your phone when the battery is at 3% and struggling. You plug it in. You don't yell at your laptop when it's lagging because it's overheated. You give it a break. Why do we think we're any different? Lower the expectations. Give yourself grace. Do what you can. Leave the rest for another day. You are not failing. You are conserving energy. And that's actually wise. And finally, 15. Give your brain something simple to focus on. When your mind is spiraling, give it something simple, almost stupidly simple to do. Fold laundry, make tea, arrange your desk, wash your face, play a song, write one sentence, wipe the mirror, stretch your back, walk around your room. These tiny physical actions help your mind stop spinning. Sometimes your brain doesn't need wisdom, it needs something to do. Hard days aren't just emotional, they're neurological. Your brain needs grounding, not pressure. Don't believe the all or nothing mindset. On hard days, the brain becomes dramatic, like unnecessarily dramatic. If something goes wrong, your mind jumps straight to, everything is ruined. Nothing in my life is working. I'll always feel like this. There's no point in trying. This is called all or nothing thinking. It lies to you every single time. Your brain is tired. Your emotions are sensitive. Your energy is running low. Of course, everything feels bigger than it actually is. But the truth is, a bad moment isn't a bad life. A rough few hours don't define your whole week. One setback doesn't cancel all your progress. One difficult emotion doesn't mean you're broken. You can hold both truths. I'm having a hard day. And I'm still doing fine in the bigger picture. Your feelings might be loud, but they're not your entire reality. 17. If you can't think clearly, borrow someone else's perspective. Sometimes we're too close to our own problems to see them clearly. It's like pressing your face against a painting. You can't see the big picture anymore. You just see one brushstroke and convince yourself the whole painting is a mess. On hard days, I remind myself, if my friend was going through this, I'd see everything differently. Because when it's someone else, you'd understand. You'd calm them down. You'd tell them they're overthinking. You'd remind them this feeling is temporary. You'd see their situation more clearly than your own. So sometimes the easiest way to reset your perspective is to ask, what would I say if someone I loved felt exactly like I do right now? Answer honestly.
chances are you'd be a lot kinder to them than you're being to yourself. Borrow that kindness. Borrow that clarity. Your own thoughts aren't the only version of truth, especially on hard days. 18. Don't overexpose yourself to stressful inputs. Your mind is already overloaded, so you have to be selective about what you let in. On hard days, stay away from sad videos. Stay away from negative people. Stay away from arguments. Stay away from news that will drain you. Stay away from social media comparison. Your nervous system is basically a raw wire. Everything will affect you more than usual. So protect your peace like it's your job. You don't have to consume everything the world throws at you. You can pause, you can mute, you can ignore, you can disconnect. Your mental bandwidth is limited today. Don't waste it on things that make you feel worse. 19. Break your problems into ridiculously small pieces. When your head is heavy, even normal tasks feel impossible. Not because they're hard, but because you're drained. So the trick is, break everything into micro tasks. Not clean the room, just pick up free things. Not finish the assignment, just open the document. Not cook dinner, just wash one tomato. It sounds silly, but this is how momentum works. Micro actions lead to small wins. Small wins lead to emotional relief. Emotional relief leads to clarity. Clarity leads to bigger steps. Hard days require a different kind of strategy, not strength, but simplicity. Shrink everything until it feels doable. Then do one small thing at a time. 20. Give your body a signal that you're safe. On hard days, your body gets stuck in fight or flight mode, even if nothing terrible is happening. You just feel tense, uneasy, restless. So the goal is to send a physical signal to your body that says, "It's okay, we're safe." Here are a few simple ways. Exhale longer than you inhale. Place your hand on your chest. Stretch your shoulders slowly. Take 5 slow breaths. Put a warm blanket on yourself. Touch cold water with your hands. These aren't spiritual tricks, they're biological. Your nervous system responds to physical sensations more than thoughts. If you calm your body, your mind will follow. Your brain doesn't need motivational speeches today. It needs signals of safety. 21. Understand that doing nothing is sometimes the cure. There are days when doing nothing isn't laziness, it's medicine. You don't always need to push. You don't always need to be productive. You don't always need to be improving. You don't always need to be on. Doing nothing for a little while can reset your mind better than any productivity hack. Lie down. Sit quietly. Stare at the wall. Listen to calming sounds. Let your thoughts settle naturally. Humans are not designed to run at full speed 24/7. You're allowed to pause. You're allowed to be unproductive. You're allowed to rest. Doing nothing isn't failure. It's recovery. 22. Choose one thing you can control. On hard days, everything feels out of control. Your emotions, your energy, your mood, your thoughts, maybe even your environment. So your job is to anchor yourself with one thing you can control. Just one. It could be controlling your breathing, cleaning a small corner, closing an app, fixing your posture, drinking water, organizing your bag, taking a shower. When you control one thing, your brain stops feeling like the whole world is collapsing. It gives you a sense of stability, like, okay, maybe I'm not falling apart. Maybe I'm okay. Small control leads to emotional grounding. 23. When you feel behind in life. Hard days often make you compare yourself to everyone around you. Suddenly, it feels like the whole world is ahead of you, doing better, moving faster, living perfectly. And you're just trying to get through the day. But here's what's real. Nobody is as put together as they look. Nobody has it figured out. Nobody is emotionally stable 24/7. Nobody's life is as perfect as it appears online. Everyone has hard days. They're just good at hiding them. You're not falling behind. You're just human. Progress doesn't disappear just because you're struggling today. You're allowed to move forward slowly. You're allowed to pause. You're allowed to take breaks. You're allowed to have low days. You're not behind. You're alive. And being alive includes ups and downs. 24. Remind yourself that this feeling is temporary. One of the most dangerous lies the mind tells during hard days is, you'll feel like this forever. It's not true. It has never been true. Every bad day you've ever had in your life, you survived. You outgrew it. You moved past it. You found your strength again. Not one of those moments lasted forever. This one won't either. Your mind is loud right now, but the storm will pass. Your emotions are heavy, but they will loosen. Your energy is low, but it will rise again. You don't need to fix everything today. You just need to hold on gently until the wave settles. You're not stuck. You're just going through a moment. And moments always pass.
Balance distraction and processing. Distraction is helpful on hard days, but only if you use it wisely. Too much distraction becomes avoidance. Too much processing becomes emotional overload. So the balance goes like this. Distract yourself when your mind is spiraling. Process your emotions when your mind feels calm enough. Think of it like waves. When the emotional wave is high, ride it out with distraction. When the wave is low, reflect gently. Neither one is wrong. You just need both. You don't have to solve everything today. Sometimes your brain just needs a break from itself. 26. Remind yourself of the things that anchor you. Everyone has something that grounds them when life gets heavy. For some people, it's a memory. For others, it's a person. For some, it's a quote, a belief, a dream, or even a simple routine. Ask yourself, what reminds me that life isn't always like this? Maybe it's the thought of someone who believes in you, a future version of yourself you want to become, a moment from your life when you were happy, the things you've already survived, a goal that still matters, a small joy you're looking forward to. Anchors don't fix the storm. They just stop you from drifting too far away from yourself. 27. Sit with your emotions without judging them. Most people fear negative emotions because they assume negative emotion equals something is wrong. But emotions are just visitors. They come, stay for a bit, teach you something, and go. Even sadness has a purpose. Even frustration has a purpose. Even emptiness has a purpose. You don't need to push your feelings away. You just need to stop judging them. Allow yourself to think, okay, I'm sad today. That's allowed. I feel heavy today. It's part of being human. I'm not okay right now, but I don't need to panic. When you stop fighting your emotions, they soften. When you stop judging yourself, you breathe easier. Acceptance doesn't mean giving up. It means understanding your emotional weather. and all weather changes. 28. Talk to your mind like you're in charge. Your mind can be loud, messy, dramatic, even rude. But here's the part we forget. You are not your thoughts. You're the one listening to them. So, on hard days, talk back. Say things like, "Hey, I hear you, but let's calm down. This isn't the truth, it's just fear talking. We're overthinking again. Let's slow it down. I'm allowed to feel this, but I won't let it control me." You don't have to silence your mind. You just have to guide it. Thoughts are like kids running around in a supermarket. You don't throw them out. You gently grab their hand and direct them. You're the captain here, not the storm in your head. 29. Notice your progress, even if it's tiny. Hard days make you forget how far you've already come. But think about it. There were moments you thought you'd never get through, and you did. There were days you thought you'd fall apart, and you didn't. There were problems you once thought were impossible, and now they're just memories. You've survived 100% of your hardest days so far, and you're still here. Still trying, still moving, still learning. That alone is evidence of strength. Even if today is heavy, you are not weak. You're worn out. And worn out is temporary. 30. Give yourself permission to start over tomorrow. Every day won't be perfect. Every day won't be productive. Every day won't feel meaningful. Some days are just about surviving with your dignity intact. And that's okay. You don't have to fix your whole life today. You don't have to feel amazing today. You don't have to accomplish anything today. You just need to reach tomorrow. Because tomorrow is a fresh reset. A new mental climate, a new emotional temperature, a new chance to feel lighter. Hard days don't define your story, they're just chapters. And chapters change. So if today is one of those heavy, exhausting, confusing days, take a breath. You don't have to be strong every second. You don't have to hold everything together. You don't have to pretend you're fine. You just have to be gentle with yourself. Let the day be imperfect. Let yourself be imperfect. Let things be slower, softer, quieter. Hard days don't mean you're failing. They mean you're human. And being human has rough edges, tired moments, and emotional storms. But none of that defines you. What defines you is the fact that you're still here, still trying, still choosing to move forward, even if it's slowly, even if it's messy, even if today feels heavy. Tomorrow will meet you with a different kind of light, and you'll be ready for it.